Subscribe. MTL World at Middle World 1 YouTube channel. Swallowed Star 2 Origin Continent. Chapter 246 A Swipe of the Finger. 25th of Volume 6. The origin continent is only this big. Logically speaking, such a powerful being shouldn't suddenly appear. Qing pondered for a moment and said, I'll ask the Lord of all realms, or Lord of 10,000 realms to see if it's him. Note. Wuxia Kingdom, sad-faced Lord of all realms or Lord of 10,000 realms. The 11 emperors are also waiting, and their biggest suspect at this moment is also the Lord of 10,000 realms. Previously, Emperor Fu believed that the black robe was Luo He, but now there are some doubts. After all, it hasn't been long since Luo He became a god king, and how could he be able to overpower 8 emperors working together? And without leaving any traces. Beep. Qing sat there. But a ripple has already crossed the vast distance, arriving at the capital of the 10,000 realms kingdom. Lord of the nation. A thought descends upon this capital city. The Lord of the 10,000 realms is in retreat at the moment. He has a towering figure and a gentle demeanor. Looking up at the figure of Qing, which is condensed from his will, he couldn't help but sigh. Old friend, your strength has become more deeper and unfathomable. In this era, on the origin continent, they both have comprehended the complete Tao. They are competitors, but also companions. It's just that Qing's resources and conditions are much better than those of the Lord of 10,000 realms, allowing him to become a god king first. He even started venturing into the outside world, further widening the gap between them. Venturing into the outside world, although more dangerous, allows you to see and experience more opportunities. Qing said with a smile, looking at the Lord of 10,000 realms. I invited you to come with me back then, but you refused. You went out to explore only after reaching above the God King level, while I am still stuck at the ultimate realm. The Lord of all realms replied. There is a qualitative difference between the ultimate level and the ordinary ultimate level or above God King level. Outside, survival is still too difficult. We are all beings nurtured by the origin world, and the supreme rules of the origin world protects us. Qing said. Even if our clones die in the outside world, the clones left in our homeland can regain their strength and send out new clones. This is the advantage of the beings of the origin world. Born in the origin world, and with the ability to create clones. The chances of death become very low. I heard that there is also a major crisis outside world. And it might even affect the clones within the origin world. The Lord of the 10,000 realms said. Yes. Qing said, if we really encounter a higher level primordial or Xuanhuan life. Their life level and realm are much higher than ours. Even if the supreme rules can block many attacks, soul pollution is unavoidable. Once our souls are polluted, the souls of all our clones will be polluted. Such strong pollution can even completely kill a clone. Qing said. Previously, Luo Feng's ultimate realm of the God King, his mental will, was slightly tainted by just a fragment of a dream realm image. High-level primordial life forms are truly terrifying. The Lord of the 10,000 realms was shocked. The probability is very low, Qing said. Yuan and other seniors are also trying to protect us weaklings and work hard to cultivate us. So what we face are all low-level Xuanhuan beings. If a low-level Xuanhuan life can evolve into a higher Xuanhuan life, and if we happen to encounter it, then it can only be regarded as a bad luck. Look at the ancestors of the two nations, haven't they lived for so long? Qing said with a smile. As long as you are careful and don't go to too dangerous places, we who have clones in the origin world are still relatively safe. I heard that most of the people from the outside world don't have clones. The Lord of 10,000 realms asked curiously. Qing nodded, only beings born in the origin world can have clones. This is also the advantage of beings from our origin world. The Lord of all realms understood. By the way, do you know the identity of the person who killed Emperor Yuan? Qing asked. The previous battle was quite a spectacle. I observed it from afar and only saw the endless blood river and the 8-phase formation of the primordial space, but I couldn't discern the identity of the man in the black robe, said the sovereign of the 10,000 realms. Didn't you suspect it was me? On the surface, the one most likely to have the strength to achieve this on the origin continent is you. Qing said with a smile. But I know you too well, this isn't your style. The master of the 10,000 realms nodded. I'm also wondering, who exactly is this black-robed figure? Even with the 8 emperors using the Xuanhuan space 8-phase formation, they couldn't defeat him, yet he was able to overpower the formation. Qing frowned. It's not you, and it can't be Dongji, the ancestor of the East Ji domain. Who could that be? The rise of a strong person is a process, from the chaos realm, to the first and second levels of the divine king realm, to the ultimate realm, growing step by step. Logically, there should be traces to follow, said the Lord of 10,000 realms. The Lord of the Shadow Heaven realm practices both the material and limitless great Taos. If he achieves ultimate comprehension, he can open a new great path, gain recognition from the infinite space, and exchange it for a powerful secret treasure that is highly suitable for him. It is possible to unleash such strength. The Lord of all realms said. The infinite space offers substantial rewards for opening great Daos. Fire Ancestor, even more favored by Yuan, is also a slight possibility. There is also Luo He. When Luo He just became a Chaos Realm, he already has the transcendent power of the Chaos Realm. And after becoming a God King, he is invincible in the first level of God King, the strongest God King in history. After reaching second level God King, he can confront the Dark Lord of the Destruction Legion. This Luo He also has the potential to create miracles. The Lord of the 10,000 Realms thought to himself. After thinking it over, the only ones on the entire origin continent capable of creating miracles and performing unbelievable feats should be these three. The talents of the other cultivators are inferior to theirs. Shadow Heaven, Fire Ancestor, Luo He. Di Qing laughed. No rush, with such strength, he will reveal himself more and more. The Lord of 10,000 Realms nodded. The strength of the Black Robes is too terrifying, they are also unwilling to take the risk of revealing each other's identities. The Flame Wind Ancient Kingdom and the Thunder Ancient Kingdom occupy the central and most prosperous regions of the origin continent. Surrounding them are the top-tier kingdoms of Tianmu Kingdom and Wanji Kingdom, as well as numerous second- and third-tier kingdoms. Nowadays, the Tigi Demon Lord, the most notorious figure on the origin continent, originally ruled a second-rate kingdom, and even the surrounding 10 or so kingdoms were within his actual control. After all, he once plundered the populations of 12 kingdoms in one go, and the nearby gods had long since fled, unwilling to be neighbors with this Tigi Demon Lord. Di Yuan is dead, and Tigi Demon Lord has also disappeared. More than a dozen neighboring countries have lost their leaders. Naturally, there are undercurrents. The Tigi Demon Lord actually controls 3 second-rate countries and 13 third-rate countries. In total, there are as many as 359 territories of the Chaos State. Such a vast range qualifies him to establish a first-rate country. There are many forces interested in this territory. The forces supported by the 2 major ancient forces, the 3 major foreign forces, and the Black Robe may also intervene. Initially, all factions were patient, but over time, they gradually began to fight among themselves. Heong City, City Lord's Mansion. Luo Feng was inside the Star Tower, studying the spoils before him. A red cloak, a suit of armor, a bead, a pair of gloves, a pair of battle boots. 5 treasures surpassing the God King level. Luo Feng was also studying the mysteries contained within these treasures. Unfortunately, these 5 treasures are almost suitable for Emperor Yuan. Each one is centered around the World Origin Dao. These 5 treasures, each one is centered on the core of World Origin Dao, while also encompassing many other profound mysteries, clearly indicating a level above that of the God Kings. This bead is actually somewhat useful. Luo Feng picked up a black bead, within which a chasm was evolving. Chasm, hole or void or abyss. This bead is centered around the World Origin Dao and encompasses 2 Daos, life and destruction. The 3 Dao evolves the chasm together, which is barely helpful to me. This pair of gloves also has some secrets of the Dao of destruction. I can't use any other treasures. Luo Feng felt very helpless. In the infinite space treasury, you can exchange treasures and choose freely, picking the ones that suit you best. As for the loot that the Emperor Yuan obtained, there's nothing to be done about it, those are all treasures suitable for the Emperor Yuan. Even this bead is centered around the World Origin Dao. Luo Feng expressed some disdain. This abyss or void bead could be used for comprehension and cultivation, but it wasn't suitable for battle. These 5 treasures have fallen into my hands, it's really a waste, I still need to find a way to sell them. Luo Feng pondered. Master, Master. Morosa suddenly transmitted a message. With a thought, Luo Feng summoned Morosa. What's wrong? Luo Feng looked at Morosa. Master, the territory that the Tigi Demon Lord originally governed has now fallen into chaos. Morosa couldn't help but say. Should we intervene and seize that territory? Luo Feng waved his hand, and a vast map of the origin continent appeared before him. The Tigi Demon Lord has effectively controlled 3 second-rate countries and 13 third-rate countries, covering quite a large area. Luo Feng observed. Previously, with Emperor Yuan's support behind him, he were able to command such a vast territory. Morosa said. With Emperor Yuan's death, it naturally attracted many forces. Such a large territory, with regular production. Heavenly and earthly treasures, the residence fees supplied by countless cultivators, and even some demons devouring living beings. This vast area would attract many ancient existences. Now that they are fighting, even a slight ripple will affect many weaker cultivators. Morosa looked at Luo Feng. If the master were to rule this territory, it could also stabilize this area. Luo Feng carefully looked at the map of the origin continent and pondered for a moment. By killing these great sinners, quite a bit of territory has been left behind. Luo Feng looked around and casually pointed, the territory of Demon Lord Tigi, the territory of Black Eagle Ancestor, or Heiwu, and the territory left by God King Tianzhu are all in this area. Luo Feng swiped his finger. The Tigi Demon Lord is situated between the two ancient kingdoms. The Black Eagle Ancestor is over there in the Thunder Ancient Kingdom. The line drawn by Luo Feng completely encircled the two, and also enclosed parts of other countries, forming a long, narrow territorial pattern. This territory has been in conflict for a long time, and there are many hidden demons. Luo Feng said. Let's occupy it all. Master, the Black Eagle Ancestor is still alive and still controls this territory. The territory he effectively controls spans as many as 287 chaos states. While it's said that he controls it, in reality, it's the Thunder Mountain's monarch behind him who are in control. Morosa couldn't help but say. We just offended the Yanfeng Ancient Kingdom, and now we're going to take such a large territory from Thunder Mountain. Does the Black Eagle Ancestor have any objections? Or does the Lord behind him dare to have any? Luo Feng glanced at Morosa. Morosa shivered. I'm still too cowardly. Listen to the master. Morosa immediately replied. Luo Feng looked at the territory map in front of him. With just a stroke, he has delineated a territory of 729 chaos states. In terms of scope, it was much larger than Tianmu Nation, Wanji Nation, and Dongji Domain, almost rivaling the two ancient nations. Blank. End of chapter. Subscribe. MTL World at Mythal World 1 YouTube channel.